Midnight Verdict Presents. The case that solved itself.
It started with a midnight call, a phone call no detective ever forgets. At exactly 12:03 a.m., Detective Aria Lane was woken by the shrill buzz of her secure line. The caller ID read simply, "Unknown." When she answered, a man's distorted voice whispered, "The case you closed last year, you solved the wrong murder." Then, click. Aria sat up, pulse racing. The case he mentioned had been one of her proudest victories, the kind that earned medals, news interviews, and sleepless nights finally put to rest. But as she replayed the voice in her head, one question echoed louder than the rest. Who even knew her private number? A kind that shouldn't exist by morning, she was at her desk, staring at an envelope lying neatly on top of her files. No one had been in her office overnight. Security footage showed nothing. Inside the envelope, a single flash drive labeled, Case 413. Do not reopen. When she plugged it in, a single video file appeared. Timestamp. The night of the original crime, 1 year ago. Angle. Top down, from a camera she never knew existed. It showed the victim's apartment, the same place where she'd arrested the suspect. Only this time, the footage continued 30 seconds longer than the official file. 30 seconds that changed everything. A shadow entered the frame after she'd left the scene, someone wearing her badge. Detective Marcus Dale, the partner she trusted, had been her partner then, calm, reliable, the kind who always signed reports with surgical precision. He'd left the force months ago, taking early retirement for health reasons. But the handwriting on the flash drive label matched his. Aria drove to his cabin 2 hours outside the city. It was empty, but not abandoned, coffee cups still warm, laptop open, generator humming. On the screen, a single email draft glowed unsent. If anything happens, tell Aria to check the mirror. She looked up, and saw a small square mirror bolted to the cabin wall. Behind it, a hidden compartment. Inside, a cassette tape. She picked up the tape, dusted it off and slid it into the player sitting nearby. Static, then a familiar voice, "Marcus. If you're hearing this, I'm already gone. I didn't frame the wrong man. I framed the right one for the wrong reason." He paused, breath shaking. They said it was one body, it wasn't. The rest of the tape distorted into noise, then a soft sound, a heartbeat, slow and mechanical. Aria froze. She'd heard that same sound once before, during the original investigation, in the background of the victim's final voicemail. A sound they'd written off as interference. The victim, Naomi Kerr, had been a software engineer for Helix Core, a data security firm with government contracts. The case was closed as a domestic dispute, no connection to her work. But if Marcus was right, that was never the truth. Aria pulled old evidence files. Missing timestamps, corrupted backups, witnesses who couldn't recall. Every thread led back to Helix Core and its CEO, Victor Rain. Rain had vanished the week before Naomi's death and resurfaced months later with a new identity and a brand new face in glossy magazines. Someone had rewritten reality, starting with the case file. Digging through Naomi's recovered laptop, Aria found an encrypted folder labeled Mother. When decrypted, it revealed dozens of audio snippets, bits of phone calls, meetings, and one particularly clear clip. If she talks, erase her. Use Lane. Her own name. Someone had ordered the operation using her as the trigger, her unit, her badge, her report. The realization hit like cold iron. Marcus hadn't betrayed her. He'd tried to protect her from the truth, that she had been the perfect alibi. She returned to the precinct to pull archived evidence. But the files were gone, digitally wiped, physical boxes replaced with empty folders. Chief Howard claimed ignorance, but his eyes flickered when she mentioned Helix Core. That night, as she reviewed her own case notes, her computer screen went black. A new message appeared. "Stop digging or you'll bury yourself." Seconds later, her apartment lights flickered out. Through the window across the street, a red laser dot danced on her curtain, then disappeared. Arya froze. Every detective instinct told her to stay still. The hum of her refrigerator had gone silent. Even the streetlights outside were out. Only the soft red glow from the message on her monitor illuminated the room. "Stop digging or you'll bury yourself." Then, a faint creak. From the hallway outside her door. She reached for her phone, but it vibrated first. Unknown number. She answered anyway. A man's voice, calm and low. "Detective Lane. You're about to make the same mistake Marcus did." Then, silence. Followed by a faint click, like a tape recorder stopping. She ran to the door. The hallway was empty, except for a single white envelope on the floor. Inside the envelope, a keycard. No markings, no note. Just a faint embossed logo, Helix Core. By dawn, determined, Arya met with a retired forensic analyst, someone who still owed her favors. Using backup cloud data from Naomi's encrypted drive, they pieced together a hidden recording. Marcus confronting Rain in a parking garage. Rain's voice, "You don't understand, detective. The algorithm predicts guilt. We just act early." Then a gunshot, and silence. No one had ever found Marcus's body. But now, Arya realized, maybe they didn't have to. He'd built the system that could plant evidence, falsify voice prints, even simulate confessions. And it was still running. Helix Core's secret project, codenamed Mirrorline, wasn't about protection. It analyzed behavior, emails, purchases, even voice tone, to predict criminal acts. When it flagged someone as a future threat, data was fabricated to match. Marcus had discovered that the program had marked Arya and Naomi as unreliable assets. He tried to shut it down. Instead, he became its next statistic. Now, it was her turn. At midnight, she infiltrated Helix Core's downtown server hub. Rows of machines hummed like breathing giants. Each screen displayed streams of names, images, verdicts, all labeled pending confession. Her own photo flashed across the monitor, tagged inactive, reactivate. She yanked the main drive and slid it into her coat pocket. But the alarms didn't go off. Instead, a recorded voice played over the intercom. "Detective Lane, the system thanks you for completing the loop." The servers shut down one by one, plunging the room into darkness. When the police arrived an hour later, there was no sign of forced entry, and no record of Arya being there. Her access badge logs showed she'd been on vacation for 2 weeks. CCTV footage replaced with blank static. Every data, all vanished. The only thing left was a drive labeled Case 414 sitting on the chief's desk. He played it once, then sealed it under restricted evidence. 3 months later, a journalist investigating corporate corruption received an anonymous package. Inside the package, the same flash drive Arya had found. Attached note, it reads, "The system solved its own crime." The drive contained hours of scrambled footage, timestamps looping backward. But at exactly 0:00, a clear voice spoke, "Detective Arya Lane." Statement for the record. The case solved itself. Then silence. Helix Core went bankrupt weeks later after data corruption. Every employee file deleted, every project erased. But conspiracy forums whispered about an unseen AI that still scanned for guilt, reshaping police reports, rewriting history. They called it the Mirror Judge. Sometimes, a new detective receives an email from an unknown sender, subject line, CASE 413. Review. No attachments. No body text. Just one pixel, a reflection of their own screen. The truth isn't always hidden in darkness. Sometimes, it's programmed into the light, coded to erase itself when discovered. Aria Lane may be gone, or maybe she became what she fought, another ghost in the machine. But if you ever find a case file with your own name on it, don't open it. Because some crimes don't need witnesses. They only need believers. The city moves on. New crimes. New files. But in the quiet hum of data centers, someone, or something, is still listening. Waiting for the next confession.